Hey, it's Morgan. So this week we're going to talk about why you're posting every day and it's not really helping you. And as usual, if you see me looking down, it's because I have notes and I want to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. So most service providers think that posting constantly equals clients. And I used to think that too, but it's not your fault. That's what the gurus have been saying, right? And this couldn't be further away from the truth. So basically, you're exhausting yourself posting content, producing content, first of all, constantly, and you're seeing little to no return on your effort, on your time. And especially if you're using Instagram that is graphic based, you need to create those graphics. And this is taking time, right? So there's a better way that actually works. First of all, we're going to talk about the hidden problem with daily social media content. So you're told to post more often because more posts equals more followers equals more clients. But that's not the truth. So even if you're consistent to stay visible and that you trust that it will pay off, what actually happens is that you spend more time creating, like I was saying, you feel the pressure to keep up because you think that, oh, you didn't come that far to only come this far, but nothing becomes easier and your results are not becoming more predictable. More posts doesn't mean more clients because it doesn't guarantee that your ideal client will actually see your posts. They are seen once by people, but then they get buried. And people are not necessarily ready to buy when they scroll. Your post catches their attention, they go and follow you, they check you out, and then what? They're not necessarily ready right now. And then there is not necessarily any clear step on how to work with you. So they have to DM you. But nowadays, in a trust recession economy, so to speak, people are getting a little bit more shy to contact someone they don't know. They're afraid that you'll always follow up or that you're not legit or whatever. So you need to build trust first. So it's so funny how social media is fast paced, but at the same time, it can take time to turn someone into a client. So with no guarantee, because like I said, you're not meeting people where they're at when they're actually looking for. Because Instagram content or Facebook content or even LinkedIn a little bit more, but it's still not searchable. So the thing is that posting without a system leads to exhaustion and it's busy work and you're ending up spinning your wheels. Each post disappears in a few hours and nothing compounds. So you don't there is no clear path for prospects to see your value. They need to check one post and then the next, and it's a loud place. Distractions are easy to come. It's not reliable. The algorithm also control your visibility, not your strategy. And like I was saying, short-term content disappears quickly. Your efforts are going down the drain. Whereas long-term content like blogs, SEO optimized websites, or other evergreen marketing strategies are compounding. Like you build up with time. So your effort is never wasted because there is a way for that content to be found. This YouTube video is going to be keeping on working for me for, well, until I decide to take it off, if I ever do. You know what I mean? So a single blog post can generate hundreds, thousands of views and leads just with one effort. With one blog post, you sit at your desk, you write a blog, post it, and for weeks, months, years, it's going to keep on bringing you traffic, qualified traffic, and clients. So I would say focus on blogs, focus on contents that educate, build trust, and pre-sales, because you can do all of that in a blog post. On social media, you have a limit in characters, right? On blogs, you can write 5,000 words if you want. I mean, that's 5,000 is a lot, but you get my point. So the social media advice you hear mostly works for influencers, and there is a fine line between influencer model, the business model, and the entrepreneur business model. And so many gurus have blurred this line. You need to share your private life. You need to keep showing up in your stories, in reels, in carousels, in everywhere. But still, for what? Because it disappears and it's not searchable. And do you want to be an influencer? I personally don't. And there is no right or wrong. It's not a judgment of any kind. It's more, you want to be seen as an expert. And to me, these are two completely different business models. Like, think about it. If you need mechanics, if you need a vet, if you need a lawyer, do you really care about seeing them with their kids during the weekend, seeing their breakfast, and seeing their holiday by the beach? I personally would never choose a professional to work with based on these things. I care about, what do you do? Like, is what you do, is your specialty exactly what I need? Are you serving people like me? What are the results that I'm going to get? And what is the next step? What is the next step that I need to do right now, now that you've answered the previous three questions, for me to work with you and get started and get those results? I don't care about what they eat for breakfast. You want to have influence on your clients, you want to have impact, but be seen as an expert, not just influence for the sake of having brand deals or whatever. Once again, nothing wrong with that. I'm just talking, usually the type of client I'm working with, they don't care about that. That's why I don't put social media in the center of my strategies. And why are clients not showing up? Because wrong people see your content, and therefore you have low quality inquiries. This is what happens on social media. Like I was saying, not everybody who needs an expert like you is going to go on Instagram and look for you. The first reflex is still to go on Google. So your website needs to be optimized to turn visitors into clients where they are actually looking for someone like you. Because when they are looking, they're ready to take at least one next step. Either contact you, download your freebie, book a free call, or just book straight away a paid session or whatever it is that you're doing. So you are matching the intent. Your website is also the place where you can build more authority and trust. And when I say website, I'm not talking about the design per se. Focus on the copy and the optimization so that it's actually found by those people who are looking for you. And on your website, you can clearly tell people what's going to happen exactly after they take the first step. Then what is the next step? There is no surprise. It avoids you to hop on a sales call with a total stranger that might not be qualified. At least when they find your website, they are already motivated. So even if they book a call, they already know more about you than from social media. So what actually drives leads online is content that answers questions, the questions that people are usually asking you. You can tackle this on your website. Sales pages with an FAQ section, a blog. Even if they are not 100% ready to invest, they will find you when they are in search phase, right? So you're already building trust and you're showing that you are the right person for them. So when this content has a clear role, that's when you need fewer posts and you spend more time working with your clients than being on social media creating content. You have more purpose, less pressure to show up. You know your work week after week is working for you. You don't have to chase visibility or keep up with something because you know exactly how to optimize your blog post and how to stay visible for when someone needs it. This is when marketing feels calmer, more nervous system friendly. So, just to summarize, I would say to focus on a simple system instead of social media if you're burned out by it. Compounding long-term content, repurposing strategically your long-form content, even if you still want to use social media, nothing wrong with that, but use it as like you're recycling your existing content, your long-form content. That's an extra step, like an extra strategy, but not your main strategy. Okay. And build a system where your website works for you and it's actually your central point. Whatever channel you choose to use in addition to your website, it's always leading to your website. There are so many more ways of doing marketing than using social media. And you might say, but Morgane, you're still using social media a little bit. Yes, I've deactivated my Instagram. I'm honestly not sure if I'm ever going to reactivate it because I don't miss it at all. So I've been posting on Facebook lately and LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, I'm still experimenting with LinkedIn, so it's strategic. And Facebook is also an experiment that I'm running. But even if I'm posting right now, it won't be forever. Like I said, it's strategic, it's temporary, it's an experiment, but I still work on my evergreen content, this video being the proof. So social media is never, ever my central marketing strategy. And there is a way to use social media to your advantage, even if you don't want to post. And everything I've mentioned here, it's not to talk badly about social media. It's a wonderful way to connect, to build networks, to build relationships. So I'm not talking badly about social media. It's more the algorithm aspect, the short-lived content aspect that I don't agree with. It's a wonderful tool. And in my group program that I'm currently building, I'm going to be teaching all the strategies, actually, not most, all the strategies that I've been using myself so that you can do it. And it's not a one size fits all. I'm going to be teaching all the strategies, but it doesn't mean that you have to do all of them. It's more to pick what feels good to you when you want to choose, like, because you can try something and if you don't like it, you try something else. But the goal is that marketing doesn't become your full-time job. If it's not your main activity in your business. So book your free strategy call if you'd like to talk about what all of this could look like for your business and your personality. If you want to find a way to build a system that is sustainable and that works for you long term. So thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you during the free strategy call and of course in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Bye.